Under Tools, you have Tips Manager. And inside of Tips Manager, it'll show all of your transactions for the day, currently filtered at all users, so you can sort by all of your different servers. To apply a tip that hasn't been applied yet, you just select the transaction you need to apply the tip, enter the dollar amount, and click Apply. Once you do that, it'll update, and now the $10 tip has been applied to this order. For automatic gratuities that you know you're going to assign a specific dollar amount tip for, once the item is added to the cart, you can go into Tools and click Add Tip. You'll be able to select the tip amount or a percentage amount. So here we'll just put in $2. Select the employee that it's going to be assigned to. Once you do that, it automatically adds it to the order and you're ready to pay. This also works for banquets, food and beverage, any other area that you might need to add a pre-payment tip for. Again, under Tools, you also have the Share Tip tools. Here you must enter your PIN number. This will pull up all of your transactions on cash tips. So you can add additional ones here as well. So if you need to add in a tip that you had forgotten during the day, you can add that in. You also have your charge tips. So these will be all of your transactional charges with tips assigned to it or not. Third button in, you have your tip sharing. So here I can share my tips with another employee. So I can share them with, let's say, Dan. I can either share a percentage where Dan gets 25% of my tips, or I can do a dollar amount where Dan gets $5 worth of tips. Once I click Submit, it will share that amount with Dan. I can also check this out in my tips ledger as well. This will show that I sent $5 to Dan here. You can also sort by date range, wherever you need. Very similar to the Shared Tips tool. Under Tools, you also have your Shift Closeout. It has all of the same functionality and features as the Share Tips tool. The only difference is once you click Submit, it will print out your Shift Closeout report. So it'll have all of your cash, check, gift cards, your declared cash, all of the fun stuff that they need to report on. You can either export this to Excel or print the register receipt. Most people print these receipts, wrap it up in cash, drop it in their safe, or at the end of the night, whatever box needs to be dropped in. But that's the only difference between Shift Closeout and Shared Tips tool.